tribulations, my heart, my balls, my somebody stop, somebody come and get me. Little did I know that the Lord was riding with me. The dark, the light, my heart, the fight, the wrong, the right is gone.
Welcome back to another JVS movie review brought to you from the Toronto Film Festival. Now here is one of the most anticipated sequels in a couple of years here, and this one is Glass Onion, a Knives Out mystery, and here is the synopsis. Tech billionaire Miles Braun invites his friends for a getaway on his private Greek island. When someone turns up dead, Detective Benoit Blanc is put on the case. So, we already know who Benoit Blanc is played by, the amazing Daniel Craig. Now here, good God Almighty, here's the rest of the cast members here. We have Edward Norton playing Miles Braun. We have Janelle Monáe playing Cassandra. Catherine Hahn playing Claire. Leslie Odom Jr. playing Lionel. We have Jessica Henwick playing Peg. We have Madeline Klein playing Whiskey. We have Kate Hudson playing Birdie. And Dave Bautista as Duke. Again, this is directed by Rian Johnson, just like the original was. For anybody who knows, Netflix bought the rights to this and decided to make 2 sequels for an obscene amount of money that they bought the Knives Out sequels away from the studio that did the original. This is one of the most entertaining films of the year. So money well spent. I think they knocked this one out the park. Rian Johnson is great at putting together these very complicated screenplays and making them simple and making the characters relatable. And here he does it again with Glass Onion. As from the beginning, we are introduced to these characters as they all receive these huge boxes. And they have to solve the puzzle for the box to be unveiled that Mouse has invited them all to his island. And then here, once we get to the island, we get the backstory of all the characters. We get why they are all friends, as they're all called the Disruptors, a group of friends who get together and they disrupt what society wants the world to believe. But then we have Cassandra, played by Janelle Monáe, who is kind of a co-lead in this film with Daniel Craig, as she's the friend who gets screwed over by the other friends to help Miles become this huge tech billionaire savant type of guy. So when they all go up to this island, then we get the introduction to who these characters are, why Miles is so huge, and why it's named Glass Onion, as Miles has created this huge globe called the Glass Onion that houses everything humanly possible. It's an amazing structure, an amazing set. Now, here's the thing about Glass Onion. They made sure to tell us, even at a film festival, when you're reviewing it, please don't give away any spoilers. This is the only film at the festival they said anything about making sure during your coverage of it, you don't give away any hints that can lead to a spoiler. It almost hamstrings you in trying to talk about this movie. What I will talk about is the performances, though. Janelle Monáe is amazing in this movie. And in the end, she ends up stealing the movie from Daniel Craig. She is so great in this film. That's why I mean that she was more like a co-lead in it with Daniel Craig. And their chemistry together when they're on screen is absolutely phenomenal, the way they play off of each other. But you can almost say that for this entire cast, as they did a great job at casting these actors who are able to pull off these personalities of these characters. Kate Hudson is hilarious throughout this entire film, playing Birdie, who has done some horrific things in her life, along with some great things in her life. I don't think this is a spoiler, so I'll reveal 2 things that I found to be the funniest things in the world. One, she had been on the cusp of being canceled because she decided to dress up as Beyonce as a white woman. I'm not going to tell you what avenue that would go down for a white woman to dress up like Beyonce, but you can clearly know it. Another thing is, she, during the pandemic, started a sweatpants company. And for the sweatpants company, we get the story of how that came to fruition. Hilarious. It's Kate Hudson plays the dumb friend that was highly successful before anyone else. And she plays that to a T. She looks great in this film. It's a great performance in this film. Everything works for everyone in this film. Leslie Odom Jr. is almost unidentifiable. I did not know that was him in this movie. I said this entire movie, and I was looking at this character, and I said, wow, I wonder who that is. He's a really good actor. I don't never seen him in anything before. Entire time. That tells you just how much I feel he was transformed in this role, or how much I believed him in this role that I did not even think that was him. That blew my mind. It's amazing the way they pull that off. But again, the performances are great. Rian Johnson's screenplay, direction is top notch in this film. This film comes as close as humanly possible to being as good as the first Knives Out. If it wasn't for the fact that we knew Benoit Blanc already because of Knives Out, it could be on the same level of the first film. It's really, really good. Here, I believe the supporting cast is stronger than in the original Knives Out. So that alone makes this movie really good. It's amazing the adventure that they take you on here. And when we get to the murder mystery of it all and how the stories are interwoven into each other, again, that's where the first Knives Out, I think, elevated and became something great. Here, we get the exact same thing. It elevates itself and becomes something great. And even in the third act, when you get to the big reveal, it makes so much sense that would be the big reveal. And it just works so well, works in wonders. This is one of the best directed films I've seen this year. Great supporting cast, great performances. Daniel Craig, again, this is, for his post-James Bond career, this is a heck of a character to pull off. Someone of this nature, someone completely different than anything he had with James Bond. And to show his range in this way, it's amazing that he's able to pick up another series that I cannot wait to see the next chapter of this series, because this movie was absolutely phenomenal. So, Glass Onion, a Knives Out mystery, brought to you from the Toronto Film Festival. Out of a possible 10, I'm going to give Glass Onion a 9 out of 10. This is a really good movie. This is a movie that rivals the original Knives Out, but possibly rivals as the most entertaining movie of the year. It is so big, it's so big in scope. I kind of see where Netflix spent the money at for this movie. It looks phenomenal. I've not seen a movie look this big since No Time to Die, really. Where you're like, oh, this is a grand movie. It's kind of odd that you actually got to see this on the big screen, considering this is going to be going to Netflix. But this film definitely is shot for something that you would hope people could see on an IMAX screen. So hopefully Netflix does some limited run so you go to the theaters to see this, because it looks spectacular. This has been another JVS movie review. Peace, people.